1 month down, 11 to go. Let's talk about my stats for MilWordy, shall we? Hello everyone, it's me Sarah, welcome back to my channel. The first month of MilWordy has come and gone. We're in October now, basically. Month 2 has started, so it's time to talk about month 1. We'll talk about how I did, what I could do better, and what I'm going to take forward with me as I continue on this ridiculous sanity lessening journey into writing 1,000,000 words in 365 days. Why am I doing this? Here is the bullet journal that I am using to do my tracking. Yes, I'm doing it all manually. I don't do spreadsheets. I can't do spreadsheets. It's been 34 years. I still have no idea how to use a spreadsheet. It's too late for me to learn, everybody, so I'm handwriting it all. I prefer a physical copy anyway, so it's not too bad. So for the first month of September, as we're writing in here, I only made sure to do up to 4 different things per day in regards to MilWordy to get my 2,739 words per day. Most of the days I did at least 3. There's a couple of days where I did 2 and one day where I did just 1 right here near the end where I just did some journaling. That's all I did that day. It's all I was bothered to do. 2,739 words per day. It's not that difficult for me. I can get that done in an hour and a half. If I have the right project, I should say, and if I'm feeling it. So the 4 main projects that I was working on for MilWordy were rewriting Project Body Swap, rewriting Project Faye. I was doing some planning and outlining for number 1 NaNoWriMo project, Project Theft. I did a few bits of planning for NaNoWriMo project number 2, Abingdon House. And then journaling I also included in my words. And then I had a miscellaneous section. Miscellaneous was things like if I'm writing in my bullet journal, when I did my presentation for the AuthorTube virtual retreats where I spoke about how to fast draft a novel, doing scripts for my YouTube videos, things like that I counted in with miscellaneous. So we have a nice big pool to take from in regards to words, which makes it a lot easier. It's a lot more difficult to get words when you're trying to outline, especially if you're outlining something that just doesn't want to be outlined, Project Theft, or when you're trying to plan something but not plan it properly because it's not Preptober yet and I can't start until then, Abingdon House. But I found that free writing helped get me a lot of words very quickly, so I free wrote my planning for both Project Theft and Abingdon House when I did it, and that was super helpful because it takes the pressure of me having to think of something specific. And I basically just wrote down, okay, now today I need to try and figure out how this plot point makes sense with this character. What are some ways I could do that? And then I just went on a random babble about the issue that was troubling me, and then the answer would present itself to me as I wrote. So I did a lot of babbling in regards to word count, in regards to outlining and planning, but word count well spent. I say that like I've only got 1,000,000 words and I can't waste them on stuff I don't need. We're going to talk about some stats now. We've got some stats. Why am I doing specific stats? I don't know. But have fun because we're going to talk about it. This is the end of my... Okay, so the story behind this was there was a massive space after I did all the days. So I did a pie chart. The average amount that I spent on each project during the month, word count wise. So the green is Project Body Swap, the pink is Project Theft, purple is Project Theft, blue is journaling, and orange and yellow are both miscellaneous and Abingdon House respectively. Can't remember which way those two go round. So for the month of September, my total word count was 98,012 words. spread over the 30 days. I guess it's an average of 3,267 words per day. Obviously some were more than that, some were less than that, but on average around 3,200 words per day for the month of September. Breaking that down even further, I did 41,108 words for Project Body Swap, 31,339 words for Project Faye, 14,089 words of planning and outlining for Project Theft, 9,993 words for journaling, 713 words outlining and prepping for Abingdon House, and 770 words miscellaneous, which is everything else. So we got a good result. We did good. We did well. Hopefully I will continue to do well as the rest of these months come up. Who knows at this point? I'm very fickle when it comes to my motivation in regards to writing. Most of the time I'm not forcing myself to write, but forcing myself to sit there at my computer with nothing else, just staring at my screen, and I will start typing. It's a lot easier to continue typing when I'm rewriting because of how I'm rewriting. So I know that if I need to get a lot of words in, I just focus on the rewriting, and that's good. There have been some pros and cons, obviously, with the way I have so far been doing MilWordy. Of course, the main focus was my 2 rewriting projects because I could write more words in a shorter amount of time with those 2 projects than I could with anything else I wanted to work on. Not so bad for September. A little bit bad for Preptober, where I need to put more of my focus on the projects that I need to prep for NaNoWriMo, which are of course Project Theft and Abingdon House. I need to spend my time outlining them properly and doing all of the tasks I need in regards to Preptober for those. But then there's something in the back of my head that's going, but you're wasting all your time, you need to do your writing. So I think there needs to be some way I need to organise my time a little bit better so I can get the majority of my words done and still feel like I am putting enough time and energy into the prep that I need to do, because I fear that somewhere along the line I'm going to be like, I don't have time to do the prep, I need to get my words, and it's gonna negatively affect both me and my prep, and then also NaNoWriMo, which I don't want to happen at all whatsoever. Sometimes I get the feeling that I'm not rewriting as well as I could be, or as well as I should be. Because I'm so focused on getting my word count done, I feel like sometimes I'm skipping sentences that should be rewritten, but I'm not bothered to do because then it will hold me back from getting my words done, that I'm not rewriting certain sections as well as I could be, or putting enough thought into making them sound better, which is obviously the point of rewriting something. I keep going in my head that the way that I'm rewriting at the moment is I'm adding the things that need to be added and taking away the things that need to be taken away. And sentence structure and sounding good is thirdly in the list of things I need to do for these rounds. So as long as I'm adding the scenes I need to add, I'm adding in more character motivation and character inner thought and personality and voice, making the plot make sense. That's my main goal with these rewrites, but there's still that little voice that's like, you didn't rewrite that properly, you should go back. And then another voice that's just like, no, leave it alone, we have words to write. So yeah, a little bit of a con with that, but it's okay. Another con is having to hand count everything in my journal every single day, because I constantly think that I'm counting wrong somehow, that I've missed words and I haven't included them. And it's especially if I've written a lot in my journal, it's such a chore to sit there at the end of the day and just be like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then I'm like, did I get to 200 or did I get to 300? Did I count this right? Have I got to start again? And that's not fun at all whatsoever. Which brings me to major con number 1. It's not that I have to fill this out and, you know, manually. That's not a problem. It's the fact that I have to physically calculate everything at the end of the day. And then because I'm doing a breakdown of the stats, every single project, I also have to manually stick into the calculator to get the results for, which big major con, because it's such a pain in the butt, especially if I miss up a calculation and have to start all over again. Pro to writing manually, look at all of these extra words that I get as I write the project and what it is I'm working on for the project every single day for 30 days. That's extra miscellaneous words right there, people. It's only like 200 words at the end of the day, but it's 200 words. 200 words extra every single month for the entirety of the year. It's going to get me like 2,400 extra words. That's 2,400 words I don't need to worry about having to write because I would have already written them. That's a good thing. I think the most important thing that I made sure that I did for MilWordy, which I need to do for writing in general, is to not put too much pressure on myself to get the word count done, especially if I'm not feeling motivated enough to actually write. There have been times where I just haven't felt the want or the need to write. I haven't forced myself to do it, or I'll make sure that I write something for at least one project, even if it's like, I think one day I got 72 words of one project just to write something, so I didn't have any days where I wrote absolutely nothing at all. So it's very important, and it helped a lot that I didn't put too much pressure on myself to get these words done, because that's just gonna, I feel that's just gonna burn me out if I make sure that I write the 2,739 every single day, especially if I'm not feeling it. It's not going to be good for me in the long run. So taking breaks when I wanted, I made sure to only write when I felt like writing, as opposed to doing it at a set time every single day, which that also has its pros and cons. Obviously, sometimes I'd not write for the entire day, I'd go to work and then I'd have to do some work after work in order to get something written for MilWordy, which I didn't really enjoy doing. But that's the position that I had put myself in, because I procrastinated all day because I wasn't feeling up to writing. We are going into month 2 of MilWordy. We are in month 2 of MilWordy. It's like the 5th now as I film this video. I am going to look into making some changes into how I do MilWordy, or how I sort out MilWordy. Things that I think is just going to benefit me and benefit my productivity a little bit. So the plan is to do one full Pomodoro every morning when baby's gone to bed, kids are at school, and then that's 1.5 hours of writing or rewriting done. That should get me my 2,739 words. It should do. I will also try and do extra work throughout the day, especially regarding the outlining and the planning, which is going to take me a little bit longer to get a decent word count in for them. But I'm also going to split up my word count between different projects each and every day, and assign myself projects to work on throughout the month, so I know that the work is going to get done. So for the month of October, my plan is to write 750 words minimum every single day for Project Theft, 750 words every single day for Abingdon House. That they are my Preptober projects, they are my NaNoWriMo projects, they need the most work. I'm then going to write at least 1,000 words every single day of a rewriting project, so either Project Body Swap or Project Faye, and then at least 200 words, so a page, I guess it would work out as, of journaling. And that should roughly get me the 2,739 words per day, as long as I stick to those minimum word counts. There are going to be some days where I can't write 750 words of an outlining project, so I'm going to have to write more of rewriting, which is not a massive issue at all. I think yesterday I wrote 2,400 words while rewriting. I didn't even realise it. So As long as I stick to those 4 projects and stick to sort of those 4 word counts, we should be okay. I'm going to make sure that I don't write in the evening anymore, because sometimes I do feel that if I end up writing in the evening, it just wastes my entire evening. Not like I haven't just wasted my entire day doing nothing. I feels like I'm then wasting the rest of my relaxation time. Not that I haven't just had like 12 hours of it. Doing writing after work, say, instead of doing what it is that I want to do without the kids around, if you know what I mean. I also want to get as far ahead as I can with my word count, so in the future I can take breaks and I can take full days off without having the risk of falling behind. My goal is to get 300,000 words written by the end of November. That will put me 50,000 words ahead of what the word count should be by then. So, you know, I can take Christmas off without having to worry about writing anything. I can take a day, a week off without having to worry that I haven't done any writing, that I'm going to fall behind, that it's all going to go wrong, and I'm going to fail, because I can't fail because it's a challenge and I always win my challenges or I suck. Okay, that's how it goes. I have noticed that I have been taking it a bit easier. These first few days of October, I haven't been so concerned with writing 2,739 words per day, which I hope I don't continue that attitude throughout the entire rest of October, because that's not really going to go well. There's been 2 days so far in October where I haven't hit the word count goal, because I was just like, it's fine, I'm ahead. I don't want that to be a consistent thought in my head. It's fine, you're ahead, you don't have to do the word count today, because that's going to screw me up as well. My brain just does not like working with me to achieve stuff. It has to fight me every single step of the way. It's a pain in the butt, but I need it to work, so what are you going to do about it? So those were my September stats for MilWordy. Let me know down in the comments below, how is MilWordy going for you? Or if you're not doing MilWordy or any other variation of MilWordy, how has your writing been going for the past year? And I'll see you in my next video. Good thoughts and happy writing.